Welcome back to our channel.
For those of you who are new, I'm Ains.
And I'm Lain, and we're sisters. So a lot of people have asked us what brushes we use for our makeup, and I'm just going to tell you, use whatever works. There are a lot of recommended ones that we're going to be going through in our video today, but if you found one that you like, you don't need to change it. You can just use us for advice for other brushes.
So don't forget to subscribe down below, like this video and all the rest, and hit the bell.
Let's get started.
So the first brush we're going to be telling you guys about is the brush that is recommended for foundation. So this brush it's a flat and skinny brush, and the top of it is like pointed. It's like a oval type shape. This brush is used to blend your foundation together on your face.
Okay. The next brush we have is the mini concealer brush. It's a very small tip, and it's just used to cover blemishes or dark circles under your eyes. The brush recommended for blush is this big poofy one. It has a nice thick top, and it's very full.
Notice that the powder brushes that you would use for powder, they're slightly bigger than the blush brush that you would use. So
yes, so keep that in mind. I mean, obviously, do whatever works for you. Most makeup sets come with a blush brush and a powder brush, but the powder brush will be the biggest one in the set, so it'll be easy to pick out. Next, we have the angled brush, which is used for contour with bronzer, and it really gives off a nice curved look at the top to give you that nice defined chiseled look.
The next brush we are going to be telling you that it's recommended for is the highlight brush, and this one is fairly easy to pick out between all the brushes because it is very thin.
Yes, it looks like a fan.
And it's like sprawled out so that you can get the whole area that you want to highlight when you are using it.
Also, a lot of people, including myself, use thicker brushes just because it helps the highlight go on a lot easier than a flimsy little fan brush. Next, we have the most fun brush in the palette. It's called the Kabuki brush, and you can use this for any loose powder, blush, actual powder, anything you want, and it's very dense and it's very short. It has a short little stubby tip, so that way it's very good for blending, and it really helps bring everything together and get away from the splotches on your face. The next recommended brush we have is the round blender. As you can tell, it has a round tip, but it is a very big round tip, so it is good for blending your eyeshadow, but it is also very good for highlight. I like to use not thin, but small brushes like this all the time just to apply my highlight. The next brush we have here is the flat liner brush. It has a flat square tip, and it is very dense and tight, so it's also very good for applying highlight under your brows and applying shimmer to your eyeshadow.
I personally use this brush for my eyeshadow.
It has a lot of uses.
Yeah.
And it's really good in the crease because it's so square, so that's what I use it for.
The next brush is the Precision Pencil, and it's very small and rounded at the tip, so it's really good to apply eyeshadow into the crease of your eye, so that's what it is recommended for.
You can also use it to apply it in smaller areas like the corner of your eye, and it really helps get the eyeshadow fully covered in there. This is the Chisel Shader Brush. It's used to contour your eye. I personally use it for under my eye as well to give it that extra pop.
The next brush is the Oval Shadow Brush, and this is recommended as an eyeshadow brush for your eyelid.
This is my personal favorite. I use this for pretty much everything except in my small little inner eye area. But I think it's so easy to apply my shadow with this brush, so I use it for everything. Last but not least, we have the pointed mini blender brushes. These brushes help precisely blend your eyeshadow and give that finished product. They're really good for doing looks like smoky eyes. They work perfectly for that. Okay. We hope you enjoyed this tutorial and that it really helped you understand what the brushes are actually supposed to be used for. If you do not have all these brushes, that is perfectly fine. You can do an amazing eye look with 1 or 2 brushes.
The way that I like to use less brushes is I use my 24K organic brush cleaner, and it comes in this little metal jar with a nice dry sponge in it. And what you do is once you use one of your brushes, you just wipe it off, and all the dust and excess powder or eyeshadow comes off in the sponge, so you don't have to go into a deeper cleaning after you use the brush every single time.
Yeah, it's like the best invention ever, let's be real.
It's really nice, and it
Yeah.
works really well too.
Yeah, I really like mine too.
You can pick them up at mostly like any local drugstore or makeup store that you have near you, and they range between $5 or $10, so they're pretty cheap for like a really good thing to have when you're doing your makeup.
Yeah, and actually you can go in and wash the sponge so you don't have to like go out and buy more. You just wash it and then you put it back in there and it's good as new. And
Thank you so much for watching our video today. If you liked it, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe down below. Hit the bell, it's right beside it, and like all the rest of our videos too.
Spread the word about us to anybody you know. We are still trying to get as many subscribers as possible. Thanks. We'll see you next time. Bye.